Hey everybody, I'm Miss Alene. Thanks for joining us again on Kids Corner for Armstrong Cable Channels 20 and 100. Today we're at Poland Union Elementary School with the first grade class, and we've got a lot of fun in store. We've got ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, butterflies, caterpillars, and things that hide. So stay tuned for that surprise and more on Kids Corner. Hey everybody, how are you today? Good, I'm Miss Alene, and we're here for Kids Corner on Armstrong Cable Channels 20 and 100. So, are you guys ready here at Poland Union School to have some fun? Yeah! All righty. Today it is about caterpillars, butterflies, 1, 2, 3s, ABCs, and things that hide. Sound fun? Yeah! All right, let's get started. This is about Poor Puppy and Bad Kitty. So let's see what author Nick Bruhl has to say about Poor Puppy and Bad Kitty. And there are some things about this story that I hope you guys notice quickly on, and by the time we're a little bit into it, I'm going to ask for you guys to help, okay? Puppy's best friend is Kitty. Does Kitty look very happy? Kitty doesn't look very happy, but Puppy looks very excited, doesn't he? But Puppy is sad. Kitty doesn't want to play with him today. Poor Puppy. Poor Puppy. Poor Puppy. Instead of Kitty, the only things Puppy has to play with are 1 airplane, 2 balls, 3 cars, 4 dolls. Can anybody tell me what's happening with the things that Puppy likes to play with? Have you noticed something about them? You right here.
Counting on.
It's counting.
3, 4.
Yep, we're at 4. Hold on. That's right. That's exactly right. But there's something else about this. Somebody I haven't heard from yet. So if you told me about your kitty and your puppy, put your hand down so somebody else gets a chance. You right there in the checkered shirt.
It's going in ABC order.
That's right. It's also going in ABC order. So it's ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. So let's see what else Puppy has to play with. Can everybody tell me that number? 5 electric trains. What's this number? 6 finger puppets. 7. And what's that letter? G, glow sticks. And 8 hula hoops. And 9 instruments. And 10 jacks. And 11 kites. 12 liters of finger paints. And 13, what's that letter? M. Make sure you're listening. And what's that number?
12.
Uh-oh, this one right. Oh, sorry. I was pointing to the wrong thing because I was looking at you guys. 14. What's that number? What'd I say? Did I say number or letter? What's that number for you who didn't tell me? 14. And what's that letter? N. 14 nutcrackers. And 15 old cat toys he found under the sofa. And 16 pinwheels and 17 queens, kings, knights, bishops, and castles and pawns. Looks like he's playing chess. Anybody play chess? So you know what he's talking about. And 18, what letter is that? R. Robots. And 19 soccer balls, and 20 teddy bears, and 21 ukuleles. And what comes after U? V. 22 valentines. And what comes after V? W. 23 wind-up toys, and 24 boxes of crayons. And 25 yo-yos, and 26 zoo animals. Puppy's got a lot of stuff to play with besides Kitty, doesn't he? And that was fun, but Puppy really wanted to play with Kitty. Now, poor Puppy, he's so tired, he has to take a nap. Poor Puppy. When Puppy wakes, well, actually, when Puppy naps, he dreams. And what do you think he dreams about? Somebody who hasn't told me an answer to a question yet. You way in the back with the glasses. Yep.
Kitty playing with me?
Maybe he's dreaming about Kitty playing with him. Somebody else, tell me what you think maybe he's dreaming about.
Getting more toys.
Getting more toys. Maybe he's dreaming about that. You with the purple shirt.
He might doing the same thing in his dreams.
He might be dreaming about playing with all the stuff he just played with and doing the same thing. He dreams about playing with Kitty, of course. They play apple bobbing in Antarctica, baseball in Brazil, checkers in Canada, dodgeball in Denmark. Oh, I see something else happening. We're doing ABCs again, aren't we? But this time we're talking about lots of different places all around the world. And we are matching them with our ABCs. So we have egg hunting in Easter Island. We have football in France. We have golf in Greece. We have hopscotch in Hawaii. We've got ice hockey in India. We've got jump rope in Japan. Let's see, what else do we have? We have kick the can in Kenya. We have limbo in London. We have musical chairs in Mexico, netball in the Netherlands, and Old Maid in Oman, patty cake in Peru, quoits in Qatar, and rugby in Rome. And we have sprinting in Spain. And we have tag in Turkey. And we have unicycling in Uganda. And we have volleyball in Vietnam. And we have wrestling in Washington, D.C. We have boxing in Xi'an. And we have yodeling in Yemen. And we have Puppy yodeling over there. Yodele hee hoo. And we have Zigzag Zimbabwe, and they run with a zebra, a zebu, and a zorilla. That's a lot of Z's, isn't it? We have Puppy who wakes up. And what a great dream. Now Puppy is so happy he wants to play. And so does Kitty. Hooray. And I think they're gonna play. Everybody like that story? Yeah. That was kind of funny, huh? So our next story is over in the garden, and this one is really fun. There is something very special that happens in this too, because in each page there is a hidden number. So I'm going to need for you guys to be looking for the hidden number, all right? All right. Over in the garden, in the early morning sun, lived a mother praying mantis and her little mantis one. Pounce, said the mother. I pounce, said the one. So they pounced and they hunted in the early morning sun. Now, does anyone see where the one is? Can you come here and show me? Nope, that's the word one. You're excellent and you're right. Can you show me where the one is?
There.
There is one little buggy, but that's not it. Look, the number one is right there. Do you see it now? Do you see it now, right there? Pretty cool, huh? Over in the garden where the sunflowers grew lived a mother ladybug with her little beetles too. Crawl, said the mother. We crawl, said the two. So they crawled over petals where the sunflowers grew. Okay, somebody who hasn't answered a question yet, who hasn't tried to guess where a number is, everybody else put your hands down if you've had a chance already. You right here. Can you show me where the 2 is? That's exactly right. The 2 is right there. Did everybody find that too? That one was a little easier. So let's find out if the 3 is going to be as easy. So over in the garden near the old shady tree lived a mother dragonfly and her little dragons 3. Zip, said the mother. We zip, said the 3. So they zipped and they zoomed near the old shady tree. Okay, somebody who hasn't had a chance. You right here with the glasses. Yep. Can you show me where the 3? She got it. Everybody see that 3 right there hiding in the pond? That is tricky, right? Do you see it now? Yeah. Over in the garden, on the damp, earthy floor, lived a quiet mother snail and her baby snails 4. Slither, said the mother. We slither, said the 4. So they slithered and they slid on the damp, earthy floor. Somebody who has not had a chance, can you right here show me where you see the 4? Oh, I was pointing to it by accident. There's the 4. Do you see it, everybody? Yes. All right. Over in the garden where the apple blossoms thrive lived a colony of bees and their little bees 5. Buzz, said the workers. We buzz, said the 5. So they buzzed and they flew where the apple blossoms thrive. Does anybody see where the 5 is? Right there. That's right. It's up in the spider web. Did anybody else find that?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay, over in the garden where the vines and berries mix lived a little mother spider and her baby spiders 6. Jump, said the mother. We jump, said the 6. So they jumped through the garden where the vines and berries mix. Who can tell me where the 6 is?
On the spider's back.
On the spider's back. It is right there. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
It's right there on the spider's back. Do you see it now? It goes like this, around and around. See it now? Ah, it was hidden really good, huh? Over in the garden where the flowers grow towards heaven lived a mother butterfly and her caterpillars 7. Hey, that's one of our themes for today, huh? Caterpillars. Nibble, said the mother. We nibble, said the 7. So they nibbled and they climbed where the flowers grow towards heaven. Can anybody show me where's the 7? Somebody I haven't heard from before. If I've heard from you and you've guessed before, give somebody else a chance. You right here.
Right there.
You're right. Did everybody see that 7? Yeah. It is right there. Over in the garden by the old wooden gate lived a mother roly-poly and her little babies 8. Roll, said the mother. We roll, said the 8. So they rolled and they curled by the old wooden gate. Can you show me where the 8 is?
Yeah.
Very good. It was hidden right there on the garden gate. All right, over in the garden on the long curly vine crawled a group of soldier ants and their little workers 9. March, said the soldiers. We march, said the 9. So they marched and they crawled up the long curly vine. Who sees the 9? Somebody I haven't heard from. Give your neighbors a chance. If you haven't raised your hand yet, I want to hear from you.
Right there.
There is a 9 right there, and actually there's another 9 right there. There's a few 9s in this one. Do you guys see them?
Yeah.
All right.
I see another 9.
So over in the garden, where the moon shines again, lived a mother firefly and her little beetles 10. Glow, said the mother. We glow, said the 10. So they glowed and they flashed where the moon shines again. Who thinks they see it? Okay, why don't you come help us? Where do you see it?
Is that like a circle next to the line?
That could kind of be like a number 10.
There?
Which one? That could be a 10. But I think maybe it might even be right here and right here. There's a line and a 0, or a line and a 0, and those both make 10, don't they? All right, guys, who liked that story?
What did you find?
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
There's a 1 and a 0. In the back, if you ever get a chance to look at this book in the library, there's a lot of fun facts about buggies and crawly things and caterpillars and butterflies back there. So you guys can have even more fun learning about all of our garden friends. So this is by Alyssa Satin Cappuccilli. Katie Duck loved to dance. Katie Duck loved to twirl like a snowflake on a frosty winter day. She loved to sparkle like a star on a warm summer night. And in the fall, Katie loved to spin like a leaf softly tumbling on the ground. Tra-la-la, quack, quack. How I love to dance, said Katie Duck. Does everybody see Katie dancing around? Spring was Katie's favorite season of all. Springtime was filled with new and exciting surprises. Why, in springtime, amazing things happen right before your eyes. Katie stretched like the buds magically blossomed on the trees, and Katie hoped and hopped to and fro like the baby birds just learning to fly. Katie swayed in the breeze like the tulips poking their heads above the ground. Tra-la-la, quack, quack. How I love to dance, said Katie Duck. Tra-la-la, quack, quack. How I love spring. Come along now, Katie Duck, said Miss Duck. You don't want to be late for dance class. When Katie arrived, Mr. Tutu's School of Dance, at Mr. Tutu's School of Dance, the other dancers were abuzz with excitement. Our dance recital is in just a few weeks. It will be special celebration of spring, said Mr. Tutu. There will be flowers swaying in the breeze. There will be swans floating in the lake. There will be birds hopping to and fro. Now, practice, everyone, practice. In a few moments, I will announce your parts in the show. A show to celebrate spring? Katie Duck couldn't be more excited. She could hardly wait to see which part Mr. Tutu was going to select for her. Katie imagined that she was a bright yellow daffodil. She stretched up on her tiptoes. She could feel the spring breeze rustling through her petals. She could wear a sparkly costume, too. Why, that's one of the most beautiful spring flowers I've ever seen, Mr. Tutu said. Next, Katie imagined she was a swan on the lake. She glided, she floated. She could just imagine the beautiful costume, shimmering wings. Yes, yes, said Mr. Tutu. That's a wonderful swan, Katie Duck. And then Katie waved her arms up and down, up and down. She flitted here, she flew there. And she curled to the ground as if she were landing in a soft, cozy nest. I'm certain that's one of the best birds ever, said Mr. Tutu. Well done, Katie, well done. Before long, it was time to announce who would be assigned each part. Gather around, please, said Mr. Tutu. He rubbed his chin. He cleared his throat. Katie's heart beat with excitement. Which part would be hers? First, Mr. Tutu chose the spring flowers, but he did not choose Katie. That's okay, said Katie. She did want to be a pretty flower, but she could be a beautiful swan or a fuzzy baby bird or even a colorful ladybug. Katie Duck stretched her neck gracefully and she waited. Next, Mr. Tutu chose the spring swans, but he did not choose Katie. Oh my, said Katie. Thinking of the shimmering wings, I would love to be a swan. Mr. Tutu chose the birds. There were baby birds just learning to fly, but he again did not choose Katie. Oh no, thought Katie. She really, really, really wanted to be a bird. Then Mr. Tutu chose blossoms, trees, a sun, and some fluffy clouds. I believe we have everything we need for a wonderful celebration of spring, said Mr. Tutu. But what about me? Said Katie Duck. Mr. Tutu turned to Katie. He rubbed his chin. He cleared his throat. He looked at Katie thoughtfully. "Oh, yes, of course," said Mr. Tutu. "You, Katie Duck, shall be a caterpillar." A caterpillar? Thought Katie Duck. A caterpillar crawled on the ground. A caterpillar did not sway or glide or flutter. A caterpillar did not have petals or sparkles. Katie felt a lump in her throat. Her stomach ached. Katie tried very hard not to cry. Anybody ever been trying very hard not to cry and felt that funky lump in your throat and felt kind of icky in your tummy, and you sit there and you try to not cry? I have. That's not a fun feeling. Imagine, Katie Duck, let's see what happens though, said Mr. Tutu, that you're a caterpillar. What would a celebration of spring be without a caterpillar? Katie looked right. Katie looked left. Katie looked down. This was not the part that Katie had hoped for at all. The class practiced and practiced and practiced. They practiced and practiced some more. While the flowers swayed, Katie Duck stretched. While the swans floated, Katie Duck inched up and down. And while the birds flew to and fro, Katie jiggled and wiggled. At last, it was time for the show. "Places, everyone, places, take your places," said Mr. Tutu. The curtain swept open. The music began. The flowers burst forth onto the stage. The swans glided along oh so gracefully. The baby birds flapped their wings. Skittering to and fro, buds blossomed and trees swayed, clouds skipped and sun shone its rays. The audience applauded. Its wonderful celebration of spring indeed. Now it was time for Katie Duck's entrance. Mr. Tutu nodded. "Imagine, Katie Duck," said Mr. Tutu, "a caterpillar." Katie Duck slowly crawled like a caterpillar onto the stage. She inched up and down. She stretched, she curved, she jiggled, she wiggled, she inched up and down some more. And then something happened. Suddenly, Katie Duck remembered why spring was her favorite season of all. Springtime was filled with new and exciting surprises. Why, in springtime, amazing things happen right before your eyes. Katie spun around quickly. Katie curled up. Then Katie laid absolutely still. The audience grew very, very quiet. And when it was just the right time, Katie jiggled and wiggled again. Katie rocked and rolled. She bounced and bumped. Katie reached and Katie stretched, and the music soared. Katie Duck felt her arms begin to flutter. She felt her feet begin to pitter-patter. And there, right before everyone's eyes, came a true springtime surprise. Something new and exciting and amazing indeed. Why, even Mr. Tutu had never seen anything quite like this before. Where there was once just a caterpillar, there now appeared a butterfly. And after all, what would a celebration of springtime be without a butterfly? Katie Duck fluttered and floated and flew proudly across the stage. "Bravo!" cried the crowd, and the flowers bowed. "Bravo!" they cheered as the swans curtsied. "Bravo!" they applauded for the baby birds who flapped their wings. But the biggest cheers of all were saved for Katie Duck. "Bravo, Katie!" cried Mr. Tutu. "Tra-la-la! Quack, quack!" "How I love to dance," said Katie. "Tra-la-la!" Can everybody give me a quack, quack? Quack, quack! "And how I love springtime." That was a nice surprise. Do you think Katie felt better after she realized that caterpillars don't stay caterpillars? Yeah. They turn into butterflies? Yeah. I think so too. So let's go and let's do, I'm just rhyming a lot. I said surprise and butterflies and me too, and let's go do our very fun caterpillar art project. Ready? Yeah. Let's go. So for those of you at home, what I did was I took some paper plates, cut them in half, and then just cut out the middle. so that we have this nice little bumpy ridge along the edge. And so what you guys are gonna do is you're gonna take your markers and you are going to beautifully pick your colors and decorate your caterpillar. And I did my caterpillar in green and black. But you can do your caterpillar in any color and any pattern you'd like. You have two choices. If you want, you can just make a regular smiley face with two little eyes. Make sure you don't put them too close together because caterpillars kind of have eyes that are a little bit far apart. So put two little eyes and then you make a little dip down for the mouth and little dips on the side for a little smiley face. Everybody see that? All right. Now, if you want to do something a little fancier, I would suggest you start with the antennas because that will help you put everything else. So you're gonna start at the top and make a little circle and then make a little line off of that. Does everybody see that little circle and a line up at the top of their smiley face? And another little circle and a line. Don't make your line too long because you still have to put eyes on the bottom and a smiley face. See it? Hey everybody, I hope you guys had a lot of fun with our ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, butterflies, and things that hide. So don't forget to continue joining us for Kids Corner on Armstrong Cable, channels 20 and 100. I am Miss Alene, and until next time, Poland Union and I say goodbye.